What is up, YouTube fans? Good morning. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy. I'm standing at the Polderbaan. Currently one of two runways used for departures, with wind blowing from the west-northwest, 280 degrees 12 knots. The wind direction variable between 260 and 320 degrees. And the METAR mentions the vicinity of showers, although on the weather radar it seems like they are still far away. Few clouds at 3,200 feet, towering cumulus clouds, and it is significantly colder than it was yesterday, 12 degrees Celsius at the moment. And the first airplane of the day is a Dreamliner from TUI going to Montego Bay. Belgian registered 7878. 8 years old, first flight January 2015. Still some moisture on the tarmac. We had rain overnight. Now you can see blue sky and some clouds. Lovely weather, albeit a bit windy and chilly. Big picture wise, this is what it looks like. This is looking to the north. This is looking to the west. The wind is coming from that direction. This is looking to the east. I think that thing is called the sun. And this is looking to the south. Still quiet over here, although the bird controller is present. Got some folks over on the cycling path and a few people in the distance, as you can see, at the main Spottersplatz parking lot. The water, very much quiet, no birds yet. Visibility is good, we can see the Dreamliner turning to the west, flying over to the North Sea. Runway 27 is being used for arrivals. And even though it is Saturday, people are working up ahead. Runway 27 being used for arrivals. That is the runway adjacent to the McDonald's. And the other runway being used for departures is runway 24, the Kaagbaan. Looks like the next airplane is going to be EasyJet. Oh, and a KLM is following. The pipeline further consists of more KLM. And that looks to be it for the time being. Haven't seen the firefighters yet, so I am still hoping for a patrol round of them. We'll see. For now, good morning to all viewers who have joined in the meantime. Haps, good morning. Veldi, guten morgen. Ricardo, goedemorgen. Hey Valentijn, goedemorgen kerel. Remco, goedemorgen. Jordi, goedemorgen. Erwin, goedemorgen. Reticent Guy, goedemorgen. Good morning. Peter, goedemorgen. Good morning. Patrick, goedemorgen. Edward, goedemorgen. Arnoud, goedemorgen. Gisela, goedemorgen. Goedemorgen. Tina, good morning. Happy Saturday to you too. Liewe, goedemorgen kerel. Hopelijk gaat alles lekker met je. JD, good morning, goedemorgen. Peter, checking in from Bratislava. Good morning and welcome to the show. Hope you will enjoy. Birdie boy, good morning. Hey there, Chunky, good morning. Chunky says, hope you're wearing your thermals. Well, I have not put on any other thermals than my parka, my winter parka, which is quite warm. I did bring gloves along, just in case, although operating the camera is much easier without. So, for the time being, I think I'm still good. I am wearing my wellies, because the grass over here is a bit wet and sticky. Alright, coming up, going to London Gatwick, EasyJet A319, and let me unlock the tripod, otherwise following is a bit difficult. So it looks like I need to get used to panning to the left again, having done so many arrivals lately. Did get some practice in 2 streams ago, I think it was, but that was only for an hour. Now, I do believe that the west-northwesterly wind is expected to continue blowing throughout the weekend, so today and tomorrow. So it looks like tomorrow is going to be another day of departures at Polderbaan. Maybe then I'll go to the old spot at the beginning, also have some close-ups. Wasn't sure of the direction of the wind, and this is in that respect a safe location where even if runway usage switches, you're still good also for arrivals. KLM, Embraer 190 going to Trondheim. They are going quickly after each other. Visibility is good. Hey, is that the KLM 100 years? That is arriving traffic flying downwind for runway 27, by the way. Next up is KLM flight 1541, which is an Embraer 175 going to Leeds. And the next airplane is taxiing to the runway, an E2 Embraer 195. Looks like it's going to go to Glasgow. It's also making a left-hand turn, so it looks like it is going to the runway threshold. Gives me some time to go back to the chat and greet all the other people who have already left a message. Because I wasn't done yet, I hadn't caught up yet. Aviation lover, good morning. And we all want ducks, Liwe, we all want them. I'm sure that as the morning progresses, we'll see 1 or 2, maybe even 5 again. Yesterday, all of a sudden, they appeared from seemingly from nothing. Leen, goedemorgen. T-Mac, goedemorgen, good morning. Hey Sven, goedemorgen. Jinshin, aloha, good morning. Dave A010, good morning, goedemorgen. Frits, goedemorgen. René, goedemorgen. Flikkerum, goedemorgen. Appelstroop, good morning, goedemorgen. Marjoet, good morning. Pieter K, good morning. Marja, goedemorgen. André, goedemorgen. Lucas, good morning. On the other side of the runway. Let me see if I can film you guys in a minute. First, let's film the E2. Beautiful. Good to see them flying regularly again. And they are quite busy over there. Now, on the other side of the runway. There we go. Good morning, guys. We all see you. Beautiful. Excellent. Now, let's have a look on flight radar. Finnair A350 on the move. Going back to Helsinki, very likely candidate to take off from Polderbaan. This is where we are going to see them come first to this runway. It is taxiing. Looks like we will have to wait a few minutes before the next departing airplane is going to take off from this runway, but it's nice weather and it is weekend, so let's have a look. Danny, goedemorgen. Livia, good morning. You have a lovely weekend too. Renee, good morning. Bottleback, good morning. Green Tea God, bom dia. Back in Hoofddorp. Nearby. Robert, goedemorgen. Blackburst, good morning. And Paul, thank you so much for 5 months of membership. Congratulations, and thank you so much for your ongoing support, my friend. Good morning, Luca. Klaus, good morning. Ludmila, good morning. Let's see, Mr. Banana, good morning. Maxine, goedemorgen, good morning. Eversteria, goedemorgen. And Appelstroop's dad just landed on runway 27. Said it was a 12 out of 10 landing, so very nice butter. Yeah, that does sound like a buttery landing. Ricardo confirming it was indeed the Dreamliner with the 100 years special livery. Mr. Banana, good morning. Who is from Poland? Jet Music Travel Channel, good morning. FFC Festa, good morning. Good to see you. And yes, that is blue sky that you are seeing. Remarkable, eh? I think that spheric thing emitting light is called the sun. I've heard stories about it. Lonely YTX Gaming, good morning. Ludmilla, good morning. Hey Sander, goedemorgen. Jendrosek, good morning. Leo, goedemorgen. Okay, Appelstroop says that the A350 just landed. Okay. Hey Adam, good morning. Goedemorgen. Captain Eddie Bos, good evening. Good to see you again. Hope all is well. Christian, good morning. All right. I think I'm caught up with the chat. Let's get up and have a look. Okay. Now, that Finnair A350 isn't departing, that much is for sure. Let me filter on outbound traffic. Let's have a look. Looks like a lot is going to runway 24 right now. Although Embraers are coming this way. Embraer 190 to London City, followed by an E2 Embraer, and closer by, I think we should be able to see it, or has it passed already? Oh, has it passed already? No, we should be seeing, there it is, an Embraer 190 going to Humberside. Frits, goedemorgen. Jarno, goedemorgen. And FFC Vesta, the runway being used for departures is all wind dependent. If the wind blows from the north, then this is one of the primary runways to use for departures. Polderbaan is one of the two primary runways, or preferential runways I should say. So runway 0624, the Kaagbaan, which is now also being used for departures, and this runway are the two preferential runways. So wind permitting, they will use these two runways most of the time, if not always. So Polderbaan is almost always in use, and it's totally dependent on the wind if it's being used for arrivals or for departures. But the most prevailing wind is southwesterly over here, and that means that this runway gets used the most for arrivals. However, on days such as today, when the wind is blowing from the west to northwest, or perhaps from the north or northeast, those are all wind directions favorable for using this runway for departures. It's just that we haven't had wind blowing from the north for a long time. We did have a few occasions, but then it was only temporary. Let me properly place the emphasis. So it's all wind dependent. Hey Meilhof, goedemorgen. George, goedemorgen, good morning. Mario, guten Morgen. So let's have a look. What is this airplane going to do? It is going all the way to the threshold. And let's have another look further down stream. Yeah, Embraer 190 and E2 Embraer. I do see Delta Airlines 178 alive on the platform, outbound Delta A330-300. So sooner or later that is going to come this way. For now, this is KLM flight 1485 Embraer 190 going to Humberside. The airplane is 13 years old. Its first flight was in January 2010. Well, already airborne. And actually quite high already. Now, this is where the wind is coming from, and this is what is coming this way. We might get some isolated rain showers today. Also seems to have gotten a bit darker over here. I do believe that the inland is mostly at risk, or most at risk I should say. But that doesn't mean that we are going to keep it dry over here with certainty. Hey Wendy, goedemorgen. Patrick, goedemorgen. For now, an Embraer 190 to London City and an E2 Embraer 195 to Oslo are coming this way. And we are able to capture some of the downwind arrivals for runway 27. Well, as soon as I say it, it vanished into the clouds. Let's have a look. We should be able to see an airplane leaving the clouds at some point over there. Yeah, there it is, in between. Well, you can definitely see where the clouds are and how high they are approximately. More inbound traffic flying downwind. This is definitely an angle where the wind gets hold of the camera and causes some vibrations. Right, well, in the meantime, behind me, airplanes have arrived on the scene, so let's turn back, have a look. Going to London City, KLM flight 987, Embraer 190, 14 years old, first flight October 2009. H. Michael, grüß Gott, herzlich willkommen. E2 Embraer 195 spooling up, going to Oslo with the 1700 E-Jet sticker, which I learned yesterday is on this side of the airplane. Should be on the front of the livery. KLM flight 1143. A 1-year-old airplane, first flight September 2022. This is a bit more windy than I thought it would be. Switched off image stabilizer, but I think I'm going to re-enable it. Thought it wouldn't be necessary, but I think it does provide some more stable footage. All right, well, looks like we'll have to wait a bit again. A320 to Dublin looks to be coming this way. Image stabilizer back on. All right. Now. Hey there, Freddy Dutch. Good morning. Let's have a look. No traffic on the downwind leg to runway 27. Let's see what we can capture of the arrivals at runway 27 itself. Visibility is good, so we should be able to make out airplanes. Hey there, Sunil. Good morning. Good to see you. All right. Let's have a look. Is this the A320neo from British Airways? I think we did see it pass by on the downwind. Hey Infinity, goedemorgen kerel. Right, Shamrock flight 603 is about to cross the center runway. So in a few moments it should become visible. Now the Scarecrow kite doesn't seem to be active. You see the pole on which it normally is hanging in the sky. Controller is doing a round, chasing away some birds, it seems like. And here we are about to see the first next airplane, an A320 going to Dublin. And I am getting a few droplets now. So the METAR was right. Rain showers in the vicinity, a few droplets. But I'm not seeing a lot of dark cloud behind me, so as long as I keep the camera pointed in this general direction, the lens should be clear. Yeah, it already stopped. But as you guys can see, it is, well, showery weather, or the weather has the potential to develop showers at least. We have some instability in the atmosphere. Though I do believe that most of the rain showers are going to fall more to the north and more land inward. The risk of precipitation is not exactly zero. Frank, goedemorgen. Good to hear that the voice is clear, Sunil. And Frank, indeed, the ducks seem to have gone for the time being. They're nowhere to be seen over here. Also not in the vicinity over here. Oh, there is some activity over there, but that looks like a coot. And that also seems to be the only activity in the water. More activity on land at the moment. Does look like Russell is present again. This is what the wind looks like blowing from the chimney. It is moving to the right of us and probably also away from us. Zeki, goedemorgen, good morning. Right, there is traffic coming this way. I'm counting 4 after this one that are getting close by. We are also expecting all the departures of the heavies later this morning to the United States and Canada to depart from this runway. And I wouldn't be surprised if at some point maybe they even close Polderbaan, Kaagbaan. But then again, with the current wind, nothing is certain. What is certain is that this is Aer Lingus flight 603 going to Dublin, A320, 19 years old. First flight of this airplane was in June 2004. Going back to Ireland. Nozzle Kingdom, goedemorgen. Aitan Tal, good morning. Aitan says, soon Air Malta landing, I think. That could definitely be the case. Now, we started the day with relatively little clouds. Now, this is looking in the direction of the wind. I hope no precipitation will come out of these clouds. They are nice to see. Just don't like that they're there instead of over there or over there, for instance. This looks like it is coming my way. So let's have a look and see how long we're going to keep it dry for. Then again, this is what just passed me by. And other than a few droplets, not much came out of it. Beautiful light. Again, gorgeous skies. And the next airplane is lining up, ready to go. KLM flight 1127, Boeing 737-800, going to Copenhagen. 23 years old, first flight July 2000. Hey Rick, Mr. Master, goedemorgen. Good to see you. Hope all is well. Morning Aviation Weekly. Michi, guten Morgen, herzlich willkommen. I'm hearing something that you guys will probably also pick up on the mic. Yes, the firefighters. It's been a while since we've seen them. Oh, they do start sounding their horn. I was about to say, when they come to the vicinity of children. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. As if we don't have enough moisture over here already. Alright, well, traffic to the Polderbaan is picking up. E2 Embraer 195 going to Göteborg. KLM flight 1155 up first. 1-year-old airplane, first flight January 2022. Alright, well now all of a sudden it looks like the clouds have moved a little bit to the right, passing north of me. Russell, in the meantime, taking a closer up look. Speedbird going to London Gatwick, A320, flight 2825, 22-year-old airplane, first flight June 2001. Good morning, J. Carlos. Good morning, Rolf. Nico, dankjewel. Thanks for the kind words. Hey, Lazoon Pyro. Good morning. Good to see you again. Hope all is well. Right, the first heavy of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Going to LAX, KLM flight 601. Today, a 777-300ER, 6 years old. First flight, February 2017. Gorgeous backdrop, a typical Dutch sky. And probably you can see its arrival on one of the LAX based live streaming channels in 9.5 hours or so. Meanwhile, a big thank you to JD, who just now gifted 5 AMS Live memberships. Thank you so much for that, JD. And welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge, the 5 new members who were gifted the membership by JD. JD, thank you so much once again. Steve from Slovakia, good morning. Welcome to the show. All other viewers who have joined in the meantime, welcome as well. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy. We are standing at runway 36 left, Polderbaan, used for departures as one of the 2 runways at the moment. The other runway being runway 24, the Kaagbaan. Runway 27 is being used for arrivals. This is what we can see from over here. We are also able to see, I think that is arriving traffic on the downwind leg. Let's see, should be over there somewhere, yeah. Let's not linger too long. I hear spooling up of an A330 from KLM going to Houston. Hey, clown's nose? Or did it dabble its nose into some white stuff before departure? You know that's illegal. Going to Houston, Texas. KLM flight 661, Airbus A330-300, 8 years old. This airplane started its career in 2014 in October. Too bad that the sun isn't illuminating the airplane, otherwise it would have been a picture perfect screenshot or thumbnail shot. But then again, I'm pretty sure plenty more will follow. MJ van S, goedemorgen, good morning. You have a nice day too. Ramonina, good morning. Tuning in from Romania. Welcome to the show. Hey there, Anto, good morning. Salut. Hey, Veerle, goedemorgen. Welkom terug. Russell, in the meantime, is creeping ever closer. Or is that Cheryl and is that Russell? I'm not sure. At the risk of saying something racist, all those crows look alike. Oh, and I see that autofocus is still on. Let's go back to manual, although we haven't seen any focus dance just now. KLM flight 945 going to Dublin. It is an Embraer 175, 5 years old. First flight November 2017. By so quickly, it looked like it was going supersonic. Although if it did, I think my microphone would probably have broken. make it even more difficult to keep them apart, they are now sitting next to each other. In the meantime, this is what it looks like in the direction of the wind. No time to linger. Got the next airplane moving already, going to Riga, Air Baltic, flight 618, A220, 300. The airplane is a year old, first flight May 2022. Krishna, good morning. Wieps, morgen. Photograviation, good morning. Right, standing on the threshold, ready to go to Liverpool is EasyJet flight 23442. A320-200, 12 years old, first flight May 2011. Oh. Wind is interfering with the camera. Hey there, Steve J. Good morning. Good to see you. Hope all is well. I love planes. Good morning. Goedemorgen. Welcome one and all. Right. There is a Delta A330 coming this way, going to Seattle. And let me also have a look at the METAR in the meantime, because I do believe that we might have a bit more wind than the 12 knot that was in the METAR that I included in the beginning of the stream. Oh. Definitely that time of year again where the hands are getting a bit more cold. Also a bit more rigid. Okay, this doesn't seem to be very different from earlier, although it's now 290 degrees and knot wind. Okay. There you go. So the wind 13 knots, 290 degrees, variable between 260 and 320. And again the warning for showers in the vicinity. This is Delta Airlines, flight 143 going to Seattle, Washington State. This airplane is 8 years old, first flight October 2015. Goedemorgen Kobi en Jan. Good morning Michelle. You're welcome. Hey Jerry, good morning. Jerry says keep your hands warm. Well, I did bring gloves along, but the downside of using gloves is that camera operation is a bit more difficult. So ideally, do prefer to keep them off as long as possible. Let's have a look. The pipeline is filling with an Embraer 175. I think that is still on its way, yeah. Followed by an Air Baltic, and I do know that one of the Air Baltics today was going to be a special livery. This one is standard, going to Tallinn. Heavies are also on the move. First heavy to arrive in a few moments is a 777-200 from United going to Newark, followed by a Dreamliner 10 going to San Francisco. Looks like after that an A319 to London Luton is following, and after that another 777-200 from KLM going to Quito. Morning Phil, and hi to Sue, Vic and Carol and Phil. Danny, goedemorgen. Dirk, goedemorgen. And here's the parade of the heavies. Two heavies, followed by one A319 for contrast, and then another heavy. Oh, nice, Jer. A full annular eclipse in 8 hours. Thinking, when was the last time we had an eclipse over here in the Netherlands? I don't think it was too long ago. I think it was a partial or an annular one as well. Well, in the meantime, more Embraers. And the next airplane is going to go to Tallinn. Air Baltic, flight 858, standard livery, A220-300, 1 year old, first flight August 2022, and the heavies are getting closer to the runway threshold. now we get that pretty lighting where the airplane is illuminated. Although now the clouds immediately in the optical vicinity are a bit shadowy. Still waiting for that picture perfect view. United triple going to the threshold. 78710 to San Francisco. Also going there. Frank asks if Veerle Westerhuis is living next to Treintje Oosterhuis. Frank, as always, uitgeslapen, fully slept in, sharp as a pencil, with the witty jokes. This is United Airlines Flight 71, 777-200, going not to ER but EWR. It is a 777-200 ER going to EWR to Newark. This one 26 years old, so she might be a bit smoky. First flight of this airplane, July 1997. Servus Austrian Wolf. Morgen Colin. Well, I'm always one for witty word jokes. So yeah, that was definitely a funny joke in my book. Monica, guten Morgen. Herzlich willkommen. Jillard, goedemorgen. And oh, that's good news. Martinair cargo. Oh, that's going to Miami. I didn't have a look at the destination. I did see that the Martinair liveried 747 was going to take off this morning, but it's going to Miami, so that is good news. Makes it more likely to depart from this runway than from runway 24. KLM flight 605 is pulling up, going to San Francisco, 78710 Dreamliner. 3 years old, first flight December 2019. Wind is pushing the camera extra quickly to the left in this angle. Flexy flex, look at the wings, beautiful. Now particularly fully flexed. Weeps asks if there's a standard time when the runway changes to arrivals. Well, whether or not a runway is being used for arrivals or departures is dependent on the wind, not on the time. So as long as the wind keeps blowing from the west-northwest today, this runway will not change use to and switch to arrivals. However, if the wind is going to become southerly, then it will change. There are somewhat standard times for switching between secondary runways for departures and arrivals. So when this runway is used for arrivals and 18C is the secondary runway for arrivals, you typically see that they use it until 11:40, and then between 11:40 and 1 o'clock it's just the polderbaan. Now the wind is blowing camera to the right, left already. I have to keep it still. A319 EasyJet going to London Luton. 12-year-old airplane, first flight June 2011. Whoa. That is the wind interfering. Enabled image stabilizer. All right, another heavy ready to go in a few moments. KLM flight 751, 777-200 going to Quito. 16-year-old airplane, first flight April 2007. Good morning to all viewers who have joined in the meantime. Christina H. Stallman, Austrian Wolf, Stephen Middleton, good morning. John, good morning. Goedemorgen. Now in between the heavies is another little one, EasyJet going to Edinburgh. It is an A320 and a Dreamliner to Bogota will follow it. This is EasyJet flight 23302, A320, 8 years old, first flight March 2015. And Peter, I did see the special from Zembla. So if you ever have aspirations of becoming a pilot, it seems that it's still not good for your health to apply for a job at Ryanair or Wizz Air. Nothing new, but it's sad that nothing has changed in the meantime. Stephen is flying into Amsterdam on Monday. What time will you be arriving, Stephen? I do believe that on Monday the wind is changing back to southerly, so it could be that this runway will be used for arrivals. Since I cannot go out to do a live stream on Thursday next week, I am planning on doing a live stream on Monday as well, weather permitting. So it might turn out to be an arrivals stream in the morning on Polderbaan, judging the weather. Beautiful illuminated airplane, blue backdrop, and now some clouds. Right. Now it's time to go back to the heavies. Sna 112, guten Morgen. KLM flight 749 going to Bogota in Colombia. Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner. 6 years old, first flight August 2017. Well, looking in the direction of the wind, I still see blue skies, so that is good. But it feels more windy than 13 knots, to be honest. Next up, Delta Airlines flight 135, Airbus A330-300 going to Detroit, Michigan. 7-year-old airplane, first flight January 2016. And Jerry is warning us that we shouldn't fly on Wagner Group charters. Thank you for the warning, Jerry. I will take heed of your warning. Never grows old, this view, doesn't it? Does it? All right, well. Georgios, good morning. Vinny, goedemorgen. Temp account, goedemorgen. Now, what is going to happen next? Looks like this is the next airplane to arrive on the scene. KLM flight 1009 going to London Heathrow, 737-800. Oh wow, 24 years old. It's a millennial. First flight January 1999. Corendon also coming this way. Embraer 190 coming this way. Right, well, all is still quiet over here in the water. Fishing nets are also still there. are busy working over there. Russell and Cheryl also seem to have gone. Jerry asks if there's a windsock nearby. Well, I'm not sure about this side of the airfield. There is one in the vicinity of the fire station. Let's see, a bit more to the... Yeah, it is a bit hard to see, but it is in the middle of the screen right now. Hey there Fred, good evening, good to see you again. Patrick and Austrian Wolf are asking about the fishing nets. I think it's for river crabs or whatever they're called in English. Not sure if they caught something already. This is KLM Flight 1009 going to London Heathrow, the 24-year-old 737-800. Morgen Hans en Connie. Nice to read back. You guys are enjoying the show. I hope everybody is. A little bit of fun in the weekend. Corendon 737-800 going to Bardufoss. I didn't even know a place called like that existed. Paul, good morning, good to see you again. Yillard is informing us that Qatar Cargo to Doha will take off from the Polderbaan. That is good news indeed. And it is making its way over here by the looks of it. First up, this Corendon Airlines Boeing 737-800 going to Bardufoss. This airplane is 14 years old. First flight was in May 2009. I am doing well, Paul. Thank you for asking. Hope the same goes for you. It's just a bit more chilly than it was yesterday, so it is starting to get that time. It's starting to be that time of year again where gloves are sooner or later needed. Right now I'm still doing without, trying my best. Ah, that's good news, Yillard. Kaagbaan is dicht. Runway 24 has closed, so I'm assuming that means this is now the only runway in use for departures, or are they opening up center? Maria, thank you for informing us that Bardufoss is in Norway. I didn't know that. An Embraer 190 going to Hamburg, flight 1779, coming this way. This airplane is 11 years old, first flight January 2012. Hey there Daniel, goedemorgen, good morning. Nonnekus, good morning, early morning. Denver, that is Central Time, so that is 7 hours earlier. 3:51 in the morning, over there in Denver. And Daniel asks about Corendon. Well, I think officially it's a Dutch airline. Qatar Cargo going to Doha. 777 freighter moving to the runway threshold. And it's going to be preceded by the KLM 737-900 to Helsinki that we see over here. KLM flight 1167, a 19-year-old 737 that had its first flight in April of the year 2004. Is really interfering with following today. Apologies for the stuttery images. Wind is really interfering today. Let's quickly turn back 777 time. Going to Doha. Qatar Cargo. Flight 8158. This 777 freighter is 9 years old. First flight was in March 2014. Hey there Tim, morning, doing well. Bit cold hands, but other than that, I'm doing well. Anton, goedemorgen, good morning. Interesting Yillard. 2747s on the radar. Cargolux and Silkway. Now let's have a look. A330neo up next to Salt Lake City. This is what it looks like to the west. This is where the wind is coming from, so it looks good. Looking to the north, looking to the east, and looking to the south. Delta Airlines flight 57 to Salt Lake City, A330 Neo, 4 years old, first flight July 2019. Pushing the camera to the left when I don't want it to yet. And then from this side it is gusting it to the right. Although for the moment it's okay. It's not caffeine withdrawal or anything that is causing the juddery footage. Sometimes it is the wind. Tractor incoming. That Italian Azzurro. Roland, goedemorgen. Madeira Aviation, good morning. Danny, good morning. Appelstroop asks about Delta 767s. It's been a while since I have seen 767s with passengers over here. I think at the moment Icelandair is the only one occasionally flying them to Schiphol. United used to fly a lot of them a few years ago, but they've all been replaced by Dreamliners these days. This is a 737 on its way to Manchester. A 900. 22 years old, this one. First flight August 2001. Right, and the tractor is returning, and the Liebherr just passed us by. I think that is the first CRJ of the day. Going to Copenhagen, SAS, flight 552. CRJ 900 long range, 11 years old, first flight February 2012. Alright, and looking on the app that shows runway usage, this is now the only runway used for departures. Center of all runways is now a secondary runway for arrival, so let me see if I can update the ticker. Also give an update of the METAR. Then again, it is going to be a bit busy. Don't want to miss out on the airplanes. But this runway is now the only runway used for departures. ici un petit Embraer. What is it? 60? No, 70? Oh man, my French is bad. Embraer 170. Going to Marseille. Air France op. "15 years old, first flight August 2008. So runways 27 and 36 center are now the two runways used for arrivals today at this moment. The wind is pushing the camera to the left all on its own. It's almost a BizJet. So tiny. Right. On its way to Cape Town, this 777-300ER KLM flight 597. The PHBVV. 2-year-old airplane, first flight December 2020. 170 exactement, Paul. Merci beaucoup. I think I only had 2 years of French in high school. So my apologies to all French speakers for making such a mess of your beautiful language. I'll repent by shutting up now. General Electric Opus 90. Daniel has to go. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, mate. Hans, goedemorgen. Delta A330, but looky here, Her Majesty the Queen is on her way. First up, Delta Airlines flight 73 going to Atlanta, Georgia. 6-year-old airplane, first flight January 2017. Right, now the next airplane is going to be a Cargolux 747. While she is still taxiing over here, let me fixate the camera and update the ticker. Both the METAR and runway usage needs to be updated. So the wind is still from 290 degrees but 16 knots in the meantime. I am curious how much crosswind is too much, because the wind speed keeps increasing still. It is not too far-fetched that at some point maybe they will close this runway and in favor of runway 27. So departures from this runway, arrivals 36 center and runway 27. All right. The entire ticker is renewed, both the runway usage and the weather. This is the weather from just over 10 minutes ago. As you guys can see, it is blowing with 16 knots from 290 degrees. The wind direction variable between 250 degrees and 310 degrees. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Showers in the vicinity, few clouds at 3,300 feet, towering cumulus clouds. Temperature 14 Celsius, so that is 58 Fahrenheit. Cargolux going to Milan, operated by Cargolux Italia. And she's light. Look at that, early rotation. This 747 is 19 years old. First flight was in April 2004. Now folks, if you haven't done so already and you're liking content, be sure to drop a like, and if you haven't done so, consider subscribing. If you want to keep updated of when I'm going live, make sure to hit the bell icon when you do. More heavies are underway. But first, Air Baltic. Okay, interesting. The airplane is from Air Baltic, but is it flying for Swiss then? Not sure. Going to Zurich. A359, 6 years old, first flight December 2016. Good morning, John Ballast. Good to see you. Welcome all other viewers as well. And in the background you guys could see a 777-300 going to Lima in a few minutes. The next airplane after this one. Giving me a hard time to show you guys the picture somewhat smoothly. What a nice shot, isn't it? Still nothing to see in the water over here. We do have some more people over here, both north of me. And it's also getting a bit more busy south. People on the couch or on the Well, it's not so much. Well, is it a couch? Got some more people over there. In the background, just left of the traffic sign, you can see that it's also getting a bit more crowded at the parking lot of the Spottersplatz. This is KLM flight 743 777-300 ER going to Lima in Peru. 7-year-old airplane, first flight February 2016. Oh, Harry the Heron. Harry is back, announcing his arrival. Now, other than the coot, the one coot, which is over there, no other birds in the water so far. Let's turn back, see what's up next. A330 Delta Airlines going to Jerry in Portland, Oregon. Flight 179 A330-300, 19 years old. First flight March 2004. Morning, Navy Jack. Stuart, another Yorkshire inhabitant, good morning. Welcome one and all other viewers who have joined in the meantime, welcome to the show. You're watching AMS Live, my name is Boy. These are departures from the Polderbaan. Runway 36 left. At the moment, the only runway used for departures. As traffic is moving over the cycling path, they are working. Not sure what they're doing, but they are busy. Even on a Saturday, the work never stops. We've got wind blowing from the west-northwest today. 16-knot wind. Another Delta A330 is moving. This one going to Minneapolis, Minnesota, flight 161. 16-year-old airplane, first flight January 2007. It's getting busy. If you look on flight radar, lots of airplanes are coming and they all need to depart from this runway. No other runways in use for departures at the moment, so we are going to see back-to-back action, I think. Now time for some more narrow bodies. To begin with, KLM flight 1793 733-800 is going to go to Munich. This airplane 23 years old, first flight May 2000. Waiting for the wake turbulence of the A330 to dissipate. After that there's going to be an A320 from Air France by the looks of it, going to Paris Charles de Gaulle. Meanwhile, also over here we have the bird controller. Oh. I was fully zoomed in, but she did wave, the bird controller. Oh. the meter, at least earlier this morning, kept warning for showers in the vicinity. I think most of them are in the north of the country at the moment. Looking in the direction the wind is blowing from, it doesn't look very threatening. This is approximately where the wind is coming from at the moment. Mostly blue sky and some friendly clouds, nothing to be concerned about. Next up, A320 Air France, flight 1341, going to Paris Charles de Gaulle. This airplane is 15 years old, first flight February 2008. I have to stop the camera from moving to the left because of the wind, in fact, instead of pushing back. Hey Afrodite, goedemorgen. Right, next up, a Dreamliner going to Chicago O'Hare, United Flight 9087878, 10 years old, first flight November 2012. I am well, Afrodite, thank you for asking. The hands are a bit chilly, but not excessively cold. And it is a lovely day to be standing here. Hope you guys are enjoying this as well. Despite the shaky footage every now and then. The sun is out. We have some friendly clouds making a nice backdrop. Right. Hey, Alvin. What's going on, you dickhead? It's been a long time, mate. Man, you must have been very busy. Good to see you again. Hope all is well. Wow, well, got nearly the entire moderator team in the house. The only one missing, I think, is Marissa, right? And Marissa let me know earlier this week that she is on holiday. So she's enjoying a well-earned vacation. This is EasyJet flight 27839, A319, going to London Stansted. Austrian registered, so this is an Alpine on ATC. 15-year-old airplane, on the move, first flight February 2008. Ryanair in the background. Ah, good to hear you're doing well, Alvin. I figured you would probably have been busy. Right. just won't stop. Traffic tempo is relentless at the moment. I thought we were going to see a Ryanair, but KLM Embraer crept ahead, snuck ahead. Now, since all traffic is going to this runway for departures, it is a bit busy over there. So it looks like this Ryanair over there is going first. 737-800 going to Malaga. Flight 2335. 19-year-old airplane, first flight October 2004. Oh, Alvin, that is not the new emoji, it is a placeholder. I did use it once on King's Day. As a replacement of the regular blue logo. But it's just to make sure that if the member count drops under the number needed for that emoji, it won't go away. You have to use it, otherwise you lose it. It is like like everything in nature, use it or lose it. So I did already begin thinking about new emojis based on what the voting looks like so far. Looking at the numbers 1 and 2, I was thinking maybe we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But that's all I'm going to say about it, because it's not Wednesday yet, things might still change. Georgian Airways going back to Tbilisi. 737-800, 14 years old, first flight June 2009. Hey! Well, no time, just there isn't any time. I thought maybe I could see and find the tail of the 747 that is coming this way, taxiing around the northern threshold of center, but no time. This is SAS to Oslo. A320neo, flight 822. Brand new airplane, first flight February 2023. It's getting a little busy. Got some narrow bodies preceding the heavies. This is KLM flight 1669 going to Barcelona. 737-800. 23 years old, first flight July 2000. Oh man, it is getting busy. On the move already, Delta Airlines flight 47. Going to New York, JFK, A330-300, 7 years old, first flight April 2016. Okay. American Airlines flight 203 to Philly. Lined up, ready to go. Oh no, the lights are going on already. Do I have enough time to give a big thank you to JD for yet another 5 memberships gifted? Thank you so much. Tremendous, amazing. Thank you so much, JD. Welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge, those 5 new members. This is American Airlines flight 203 going to Philadelphia. Boeing 7878 Dreamliner. This airplane 7 years old, first flight January 2016. We have another Queen coming this way. So don't go anywhere unless you really have to. If you just tuned in, welcome to the show. This is AMS Live. My name is Boy. We are standing along the Polderbaan, runway 36 left. Currently the only runway used for departures. Everything taking off from Schiphol goes through this runway and past us. Wind is blowing from the west-northwest today. 16 knot wind last time I checked the meter. This is what that looks like if you look at chimney smoke. It is leaving the chimney horizontally. Also the reason why following the airplanes today is a bit uneven despite a firmly secured tripod and image stabilizer. Next up, Air Europa going to Madrid, flight 1098, 7879 Dreamliner, 4 years old, first flight August 2019. See how the wings creep up, flexing more and more, and on rotation they go full flex, and you have basically a flying AMS Live logo. Now Her Majesty is underway, and there is a third one underway going to Oslo. So Queens 2 and 3 on their way. I see Her Majesty in the distance, and there should be another one. Let's see, can we? You would be able to see the tail. No, this is already too far to the north. This is runway 27 now being used for arrivals together with 36 Center. All right, well, the Queens will come our way. Up here, an A320 Neo, and we have landings on the parallel runway. Runway 36 Center together with 27, now the 2 runways used for arrivals. We're waiting for the A320neo to Nice to get clearance. Oh, I think I see the reason for the delay. Looks like the bird controller was doing a patrol round. Right. Hey, Michael. Morning. Good to see you again, buddy. Hope all is well. Let me take this moment to do a little bit of rehydrating. EasyJet to Nice. Nice. Also nice. This little lady, well, she looks tiny from over here, but once she spools up and passes us by in a few minutes, you'll see that she is quite a grown-up girl. Alright, what's the hold up? Nothing, it is going. A320neo going to Nice. Nice. 5-year-old airplane, June 2018, first flight. More EasyJet following. Most likely the A319 to Manchester. Oh, and I already thought, was that a CRJ or something? But I didn't say anything because I wasn't sure, but there is a BizJet following this airplane. Nice. Nice. In the meantime, good morning to all viewers who have joined in the meantime. Welcome one and all. If you're new to the channel and you might have questions, feel free to ask. I'm not sure if I cannot guarantee that I'm able to answer all your questions myself. In fact, it is sometimes even a struggle to keep up with all of your messages. But we have a lot of viewers watching, all of them are friendly and a lot of them are very knowledgeable. So feel free to ask. A319 to Manchester, just passed us by, 17 years old, first flight March 2006. We've got a BizJet coming up next. A BizJet preceding the 747. Now wouldn't it be nice if they both lined up so that you can see the size difference? This is fully zoomed in with optical zoom. And yeah, that would have made a nice contrasty picture. Wasn't meant to be, unfortunately. Let's have a look and see what is coming. Bad Aviation going to Toulon. And it is an Embraer Phenom 300. 7 years old. First flight January 2016. Yeah, welcome to Schiphol Airport, ladies and gentlemen. Now, why is that 747 holding short? Oh wait, there is an airplane on the tarmac. Yeah. It's the funny picture of the day. Pretty sure the folks over here who don't have a camera with zoom are wondering, why is that 747 holding short? Why isn't... Oh wait, there is something coming. Probably won't even have to zoom out for this one. Or maybe a little. Acrobatics incoming. Clearing the way for the 747. Beautiful Embraer Phenom. Queen number 2 already on its way to Miami, Florida. Martinair Cargo, flight 6161, Boeing 747-400, 33 years old, ladies and gentlemen. First flight May 1990. Where were you back then? She is a bit smoky. Of course, hailing from an era when smoking was the norm, so can't blame her for that. Same here, Aphrodite, elementary school. Now, of course, there's never enough of the 747, and luckily for us, looky here, Queen number 3 will be taking off in moments from now. First, an A320neo going to London Heathrow, but not before I say a big thank you to Alvin for a super sticker with a pear character cheerfully blowing a party horn. Well, party, it certainly is. Back to the camera controls. Speedbird flight 433 A320neo, destination London Heathrow. And already airborne. Now, in approximately 40 minutes from now, it is going to land on London Heathrow. The airplane, 3 years old, first flight February 2020. Okay, Aphrodite says, Kaagbaan open for departures. Oh, now before the 747 takes off, I have to take my hat off. Where is that message? Man, Mitchell, thank you so much. 20 AMS Live memberships. Let me quickly go back. Silkway West Airlines going to Oslo. 20 flipping memberships were just gifted by Mitchell. Mitchell, thank you so much. And then there's more. Mitchell, please don't spend any money that you cannot afford to spend. This is immense. This is I don't know what to say. Thank you so much for that, Mitchell. 20 memberships is above and beyond, and if that was just it, but another very, very generous super chat wherein Mitchell announces his arrival, saying good morning everyone. Mitchell, good morning. Man, insane. Thank you so much for that, Mitchell. Hope you're doing well. And there really is no time to linger. Didn't even have the time to set up properly again behind the camera. This is United Flight 21 777-200 going to Houston, Texas. "24 years old, first flight February 1999. Oh wow, what a day, what a day. Now, Aphrodite just mentioned that runway 24 also reopened for departure, so it looks like I will have to update the ticker when I have the time for it. And a few more airplanes over here. And apparently the wake turbulence gets blown away quickly because the 737 is already on the move. Going to Stockholm, 737-800, KLM flight 1109, 23 years old, first flight April 2000. This is beautiful. We've got the airplane illuminated from behind, seeing the livery illuminated against a cloudy backdrop. Now flying in the shade again. Alright, runway 27 still being used for arrivals. Embraer 190 to London City coming this way. KLM flight 995. 11-year-old airplane, first flight January 2012. Right. Well, now all of a sudden I see no traffic on flight radar coming to this runway. They have kept it open, haven't they? Okay, 4 runways in use right now. Runway 06 and 36 left are used for departures. Is that an A350? Are we missing the A350s again? Yeah, Singapore Airlines. I thought I saw it. Thought I recognized it. Right, well, let's update the ticker. Runway usage has changed, plus the weather also needs an update. We will have to wait a few minutes before the next batch of airplanes is going to arrive. When they come to this runway, they will appear over here first in the center. And mate Mitchell again with a very generous super chat. Thank you so much, Mitchell. Mitchell writes, just finished my busy night of turning aircraft and pushing them, and now I am here. I'm watching them take off. Yeah, you are you are enthusiastic about planes, like we all are, but it is a nice way to wind down without having to think about it, just watching and maybe interacting a little bit with the people in the chat. Other than that, you can just sit back and relax, have a drink with it if you so please. And that is a bit different when you are in the pushback truck. Hope you've had a good one and hope you might find some relaxation over here, Mitchell. Mitchell, thanks once again for 3 extremely generous gifts there, above and beyond. And again, please don't spend any money that you cannot afford to lose. I'm honored, but I'm also, yeah, be careful. Right, let me have a go at updating the ticker. Oh, it is getting a bit tricky. 19 knot wind, 280 degrees. Does anybody know how much crosswind is too much? Because if things keep increasing, if the wind speed keeps increasing, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe at some point they are going to close this runway altogether because the crosswind might be too much. Don't know what is the limit, but 19 knot, nearly fully crosswind. I can imagine it is getting close to what is becoming too much. Departures 36 left and 06. Arrivals 27 and 36 center. Yeah, that is okay. Right, Lane has to go. Thank you for joining, Lane. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hope to see you again soon. Right. So, 19 knot wind, 280 degrees, visibility still good. Few clouds at 3,500 feet, still 14 degrees Celsius. Dubjet Aviation Video says max crosswind between 25 and 35 knots depending on direction. Well, it's nearly perpendicular to the runway heading right now. Alright, back on my feet. Hey Sander, goedemorgen. Okay, well, looking on flight radar, we are seeing a Delta A330 coming this way. We still have to wait a little bit before it arrives. Let's have a look at what is out here. In the water, all is still quiet, at least on this side. And over here, Yeah, here too. It is still quiet. Still construction going on further to the north. This is what the chimney smoke is doing. Don't see any other folk on the other side of the runway over there. We did have a few viewers earlier who we were able to capture, and they also waved to us. It was a nice moment. Let's see, runway 27 still being used for arrivals. Over here, let's see, that would be a Corendon Airlines 737-800 arriving from Maastricht. Relocation flight, internal relocation flight from the southeastern part of the country back to Amsterdam. Let's have a look. A319 from EasyJet about to take off from the Kaagbaan. Got some airplanes in the distance. Main platform area. Here is the A330, our next airplane. And here's the EasyJet that just took off from the runway. No, wait. I think I made a mistake in the ticker. Departures from runway 24 and 36 left. I keep mixing them up. Mate! Alvin! What are you doing, mate? You're already a moderator, you shouldn't be handing those super stickers out, man. Lemon character doing a victory dance with maracas in his hands. Thank you so much, Alvin. Really uncalled for. You're already moderating and supporting more than enough as it is, but thank you so much for that. Man, it is still windy. The sun at the moment having difficulties shining through the clouds. This is what it looks like to the south. This is what it currently looks like looking to the west. This is where the wind is coming from, so I think in terms of precipitation we're still good for the time being. But it is getting more cloudy as the morning progresses. This is looking to the east. And this is the big overview shot looking to the north. And if you look closely, if I fixate the tripod, you can just see how quickly the wind is blowing the clouds from left to right, from west to east. In the meantime, the Delta A330 has arrived on this part of the runway area. It is taxiing to the runway threshold, so we still have to wait a few more seconds. Aphrodite is informing me that there are 4 aircraft underway, among which is a 777 going to China. So Opus 90 from General Electric will once again be sounded, be heard. This would be an A320neo from British Airways, will be going to London Heathrow, followed by an Embraer 190, which will be going to Aberdeen. And we have a China Southern Cargo 777 as third of the triplet going to Guangzhou. And Josephine, thank you so much for your super chat, saying hi from a windy but sunny Bora, Sweden, 35 kilometers east of ESGG. Hope everyone is doing well. Kind thanks be for all nice departures today. Well, thank you so much for your message, Josephine. I'm glad you're enjoying, and I hope everybody is. The departures, I had nothing to do with it. All I had to do was just set up over here and film it. But it has been a nice morning thus far. Delta Airlines, flight 259 going to Boston, Massachusetts, A330-300. This particular A330 is 16 years old. First flight was in August 2007. Beautiful. Come on, sun, do your thing, illuminate the airplane. This is the backdrop when it looks the best. Little white illuminated cloud, patches of blue, makes for the best backdrop. All right. Now Dennis asks if Hop is still flying CRJs. I don't know if they are still flying CRJs. I think we did see them not too long ago, but they do mostly fly the Embraer 170s over here. Okay, hold up. This is ludicrous. This is insane. Mitchell, this must be the last gift today and for the next year or so. This is insane. Mitchell gifted 50 AMS Live memberships just now. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much, Mitchell. This is insane. Please let this be the last gift for the next year. You've done your bit. This is just insane, man. Mitchell, thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough. This is tremendous, but I think this must be the last gift for you for the last year. This is just bonkers. 50. Ladies and gentlemen, 50. Oh, wow. Yeah. You damn right, Mitchell, that this is the last one. This is more than enough. Man, thank you so much. Insane, insane, insane. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if one or two new slots for emojis have opened up just now. So maybe the numbers 1 and 2 will get an emoji from the poll. Man. Right, that was an A320neo that just took off, in case you hadn't noticed. Looks like more heavy hitters are on their way over here. There's no time to linger, it keeps on going. Embraer 190, going to KLM flight 1445 on its way to Aberdeen. Now, let's quickly turn back because the next airplane is the 777 going to China, the freighter. Or is it a freighter? I think it... Is it a regular? No, it is China Southern Cargo. As the tractor passes by. And the wind keeps moving the camera back and forth. Let me just lock it. China Southern Cargo flight 2580 going to Guangzhou. Boeing 777 freighter. 14 years old. First flight March 2009. It is spooling up. Now, Mitchell, I thought you said you were going to stop gifting memberships. Please do, because this is more than enough. Another 5 AMS Live memberships gifted by Mitchell. Mitchell, mate, thank you so much. Tremendous. This is insane. But let's just agree on this being the last bit. It is a bit overkill. Thank you so much. But this is more than enough. It absolutely is more than enough. Thank you so much, Mitchell, and welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge, all new members. That is what, 60 or so? 70? Relative newcomer to Schiphol Airport, started flying in August and in September to JFK, or from JFK and Boston respectively. This A321neo will be going to Boston, Massachusetts in a few moments. It is taxiing to the threshold of the Polderbaan. This neo is 2 years old. First flight was in August 2021. $75 new members. Right, I'll have a look when I get home. Think more emojis are coming up. If anybody has suggestions, new suggestions that are not yet in the 2 polls, let me know in a comment below the polls. If you're a new member, you can still vote until Wednesday. We're polling to see what new emoji is going to be made. But I think the numbers 1 and 2 will both have to be made. Pretty sure that another emoji slot has just become available today. Although they do go with 50 member increments nowadays, if not more. At some point it needs to be 100 more members for another emoji. It does get incrementally more. The number needed for a new emoji incrementally becomes bigger. That's saying the same thing twice. No! Mate, Mitchell, enough is enough. Now I'm starting to feel a little awkward. This is really just too much, man. Another 50. Mitchell, please. This is more than enough. You have given 100 memberships now. More than 100. Please stop. Otherwise, I'm getting a bit uncomfortable by such a big amount of gifts. This is just. Please stop. This is more than enough. Mitchell, I don't know what to say. Of course, I am very thankful, but please, let's just say enough is enough. This is just too much. Thank you so much, but please stop. Let it be. Let it be enough. This is more than enough. Man. Yeah, Mitchell. I do start feeling a little bit uncomfortable. This, I think, is just too much. Of course, I don't know what your financial situation is, but I think everything with modesty, you know. I value the support very much, but enough is enough. And I mean it when I say you've done more than enough for the rest of the year. This is just insane. Mitchell, thank you so much. But please, call it quits, okay? Now we'll have to wait a little bit for the next airplane to take off, but it should be visible already. In the SkyTeam livery, it is a KLM Embraer 190, will be going to Dublin, Ireland. Morgen. Let's have a look on the platform. E2 is taking off from runway 24. At the moment, quite a few airplanes are going to that runway. We also have it is a Dreamliner going to Washington. Come to think of it, they've stopped flying the 767-400s, have they? Haven't they? Until recently, that was the other operator that flew the 767 regularly to Amsterdam. One United 767-400 flying back and forth between Washington and Amsterdam for months on end, but it seems to have stopped now. Looks like it is now a Dreamliner that has taken over. Just look at this beautiful cloud being illuminated from the side. Looks very nice. And yes, Alvin, an ID4, that is a car type. Over here at least. Clouds beautifully lit by the sun. And here is our next airplane in the SkyTeam livery, KLM Flight 935, going to Dublin, Ireland, Embraer 190, 11-year-old airplane, first flight April 2012. And it does indeed seem to have something to do with the last name, doesn't it, Frank? Chuck Norris, Lando Norris, Mitchell Norris. What's in the name? Well, a lot, it seems like. Now we can still, through the openings, see arriving traffic to runway 27. This is the downwind leg of traffic flying to runway 27 to land. Flying west to east, I think at 7,000 feet or higher. Initially on takeoff, the initial clearance is to 6,000 feet, so there's always the 1,000-foot clearance for departures and the traffic overhead. First next airplane is an Embraer 175 going to Kristiansand, and looks like it is taking off from the threshold, which gives me time to say a big thank you to Aphrodite, who as a moderator I think also should not be sending super chats my way, because your support as a moderator is already more than enough. Aphrodite writes, I'm so happy and honored to be a mod. It really is my favorite start to my weekend. Well, thank you so much, Aphrodite, and not only for the super chat but also for your help as a moderator. I'm glad that you are having so much fun doing it. And also, if whenever the day comes that you have had enough of it, just say it. It's all good. I'm really happy to have you on the team, and I'm really happy to hear that you are enjoying so much. Thank you, Aphrodite. This is KLM Flight 1247, Embraer 175, going to Kristiansand. The next airplane to take off is going to be a Dreamliner going to Washington. Still on its way over here. United Dreamliner Boeing 7878 will be taking off from the runway threshold. Now, first of all, congratulations Tiger74, celebrating 1 month of AMS Live membership. Thank you for your continued support. And also, Liwe, thank you so much. Gifting 5 AMS Live memberships. For you, the same goes as for Aphrodite and all the other mods. You really are doing more than enough by supporting me as a moderator. But thank you so much, Liwe. 5 AMS Live memberships. I've lost count how many new members we've gotten today. It is insane. Liwe, thank you so much. And welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge, all the new members. Now, let's have a look. Yeah, Mitchell, you got around over 100 members, mate. You alone pushed it above 100 new members. You just did that. I think it's running towards 150 or so just today. It is insane. I really don't know what to say. The support is overwhelming. It is heartwarming. It renders me somewhat speechless. Let me focus on what I can tell you something about. United Flight 947. Going to Washington. Instead of the 767-400 that we were used to seeing in spring and I think also still in summer. This airplane is 10 years old already. First flight December 2012. Base 10 pilot asks if we ever see any military or government aircraft on Amsterdam. The Coast Guard -8, as you mentioned already. I did see the King and the family return. I think it was from one of the Caribbean islands that they were visiting back then. The PHGOV. I also made it a thumbnail. It was somewhere, I think, in late spring or early summer. There is a stream with the PHGOV 737 as a thumbnail. That's the only occasion I saw a government airplane over here. And JD, thank you so much for another 5 gifted AMS Live memberships. Welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge. The members who were gifted 5 memberships, the 5 members who were gifted a membership by JD. And JD, thank you once again. Man, this is the most bonkers day to date. It is incredible. Thank you all so much, folks. Lovely to see the enthusiasm of so many viewers and members. Now, we are going to see a batch of airplanes again in a few minutes. Let's turn the camera here. This is the pipeline visualized. I am counting 4 coming this way. the Garuda Indonesia is taking the wrong turn and is taxiing to the other runway. Now Finnair to Helsinki, the A350, is coming this way. Ooh. Yeah, Sander, I will have to rain check the little pastry. Last week, went on a diet again for 6 weeks, mini cut to get rid of some of the excess fat that I have built up bulking over the last 4.5 months. So I'm on a very strict caloric regime for this weekend and 4 more weeks to come. And if the results are not enough, maybe an additional week, but be done again before the holiday season. The wind looks like it is picking up a little bit. Let me see if I can update the ticker with the meter in the meantime. Yeah, a cheat meal could be that is maybe a good idea. Just a single cheat meal. Well, the wind doesn't seem to have changed significantly. 18 knot wind, still roughly the same as an hour ago. I am pasting it as we speak. So in the ticker you now see the latest meter. Austrian Wolf, danke for joining us. Thank you so much. See you again on the next one. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, buddy. Now, in the ticker, you can see the wind is 18 knots from 280 degrees, varying between 250 degrees and 320 degrees. Visibility is still 10 kilometers or more on ground level. Few clouds at 3,400 feet. Some of which may be towering cumulus clouds, scattered clouds at 3,500 feet. Temperature is constant, 14 degrees Celsius, that is 58 Fahrenheit approximately. And Davey GL, thank you for your super chat. Is saying, thanks to boy, I am recovering well. Well, the healing power of AMS Live. Thank you so much for your kind words there, Davey. I'm happy that I can do something for you in this manner. Dreamliner coming up. Going to Willemstad, Curaçao, TUI flight 351, Boeing 7878. 8-year-old airplane, Dutch registration, first flight November 2014. Beautifully illuminated by the sun. Currently over here it is shady. The wind is relentlessly blowing from this direction approximately. And at the moment, I think I might be dodging a bullet. Or is there no precipitation falling from this cloud? It's moving south of me, looking directly in the direction of the wind. think we should be good still, but it does look a bit more gloomy now. Although that will only be temporary with the wind blowing it away quickly. Got a few narrow bodies first and more heavies behind them. This is an E2 Embraer 195 going to Edinburgh, KLM flight 1281. Brand new airplane, meaning less than a year old. First flight was in June this year. And good day to all viewers who have joined us in the meantime. Sanne, goedemiddag. Berend, goedemiddag. Evan, my man, good to see you again. Hope all is well in Santa Monica. Good to see you, bro. Things over here colder than it was yesterday, significantly. Windy still, as is almost always the case over here in the Netherlands. Wind is now blowing from the west-northwest. This is an Embraer 190 going to Inverness, flight 927. The airplane is 5 years old, first flight February 2018. Right, I think one more narrow body and then a 777 and an A350 by the looks of it. Hey there, Jordan, good afternoon. Doing extremely well, thank you for asking. Other than my hands being somewhat cold and my nose has started to get runny again, it is that time of year again. This is KLM flight 1187 going to Bergen. Embraer 190, 15 years old, first flight October 2008. You can see the triple in the background and left of it should be the Finnair A359, which will be going back to Helsinki in a few minutes. Ashwin is saying it looks like it is nightfall over there. It does look like it, doesn't it? Definitely a patch of darker sky due to the big clouds blocking the sunlight. Not sure if I dodged a bullet or if it is just a cloud containing no rain, but I think it should pass over soon. I'm not sure though about the other clouds that will probably move past me, south of me. Does look like the atmosphere is becoming increasingly unstable. This is KLM flight 691 going to Toronto, Canada. It is a Boeing 777-200ER. This particular airplane, 18 years old. First flight November 2004. Look at the backdrop, beautiful. If only the sun were to shine on the airplane itself as well, or at least more than it is doing at the moment, it would be picture perfect. No time to waste. The A350 is already spooling up. They do take off quickly after each other today, it seems like. A350 from Finnair in the bringing us together since, what was it, 1923 or so? A350-900 going to Helsinki, Finland. Gorgeous machine, gorgeous sound, beautiful backdrop. Now, Evan, thank you so much for gifting an AMS Live membership. Vinny, congratulations, you got gifted the membership by Evan. Welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge, Vinny, and thank you once again, Evan. Jing Cathay Spotter, good afternoon. Alvin asks if I use a steroid nasal spray. I do, all year round, before going to bed, one spray in each nostril. And I also have pills for if it gets really bad, but that almost never happens. It's not hay fever, but I do have some sensibility for getting a stuffy nose. But it's not stuffy, it's just runny at the moment. That's just temperature induced. And it does run in the family. There's definitely a genetic component to it. Most of my family members also have it. Ooh. Air Transat A321 going to Montreal. What a sound. This airplane, 4 years old already. And Alvin shares the struggle. Well, sharing is caring is what they say. Though I'd much rather have a runny nose than a stuffed nose, if I have to choose. I'm not dope says, how? A321 over pond. Well, it's not just Air Transat that's doing it. JetBlue also flies to JFK and to Boston nowadays from Amsterdam. Or I should say, they fly to Amsterdam from Boston and JFK on a daily basis. Alvin might as well be sponsored by Nasonex. Yeah, the thing is, I'm not sure it does so much, but then I stop using it or I forget to renew the prescription for too long and I run out for a week or so and then you do notice it. Not sure if it happens in winter months too, but I did test it during the summer ones and the difference is noticeable. Although it doesn't cure everything. Sometimes the antihistamine tablets are also necessary, but that's mostly in the summer months. Right, well, departures still take place from runway 24. There is traffic coming to the Polderbaan as we speak. Where is it? I did see it on fly radar. There we go. Hiding in the shade, EasyJet A319 going to London Luton. Well, I'm happy I am not allergic to cats, Alvin. Otherwise, I would have constantly had a stuffed nose, but the struggle is real. If you go out, have to visit someone who has cats, using an antihistamine typically takes care of it. But the cortico spray does help in reducing overall sensitivity. It's either that or sneezing constantly. Right, Stephen WX has to go. Thanks for joining, Stephen. See you on the next one. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Ooh, 8330. KLM flight 877. Lucky catch going to Mumbai. Hey, do I feel a droplet? What's this? Okay. Just an isolated droplet, it seems like. Alright. Well, Alvin, thank you for your super sticker. Shiba dog bowing respectfully. Hopefully no one is allergic to Shiba dogs in the chat, otherwise grab your cortico spray. Thank you so much, Alvin, but for you the same goes as for all the moderators. You guys are doing more than enough already just by supporting the channel as a moderator. Thank you so much. Yeah, few droplets falling right now. And that is just the tip of a cloud passing over. So let me just keep the camera a bit lower. Though. Mitchell, thank you so much for all you've done today. It was truly above and beyond, and you've done more than enough gifting for the coming year or two. Thank you for joining. Enjoy the rest of your day, Mitchell. Or night, I should say. A little bit of rain. Let me grab the umbrella first. Alright, got the storm umbrella out covering the camera and mic. Have to make sure I grab it firmly. Bit more rain right now. Also turning away the laptop tent just a little bit, prevent the rain from entering into the tent, making the laptop go wet. Shouldn't be too long. Now, I did originally intend to stream until 1 to 1:30 or so, you can clearly see it is raining now. Visibility a bit impeded by precipitation. The question is, what is runway usage doing? At the moment, center does no longer seem to be used for arrivals, just runway 27. Polderbaan is still open, Kaagbaan as well. At least that's what I'm now seeing when checking the runway usage. Looking around the umbrella, you can probably hear it already. I do see blue sky already above me, entering it's almost dry again. Just an isolated little shower. All right. This is the storm umbrella I was talking about, aerodynamically shaped. Hopefully you guys were able to see it. Can weather through storm without breaking. I think we are good again. Now, I think the camera lenses also stay dry. Yeah, nice. So this just passed by. This is fully zoomed out, but you cannot see properly. But you can see that there is a bit of precipitation falling. This is looking in the direction of the wind. It does look a bit more dark further out, so not entirely sure how much longer it is going to stay dry. These do look like clouds that might form into showers. Gloomy lighting. Looks like it is going to take a few more minutes before the sun is going to shine again. Frank has to go. If you're still around, thanks for joining, Frank. Enjoy the rest of your day. Now, we've got 4 airplanes coming this way. One is already close by. German Airways, Embraer 190 flying for KLM, will be going to Aalborg. Another Embraer 190 to Stavanger, another Embraer 190 to Oslo, and number 4 is a 777 from China Eastern, which will be going to Shanghai. Firefighter van just passed by. Bird controller over there. Alright. German Airways flying for KLM, flight 1333 going to Aalborg. A 14-year-old airplane, first flight January 2009. Hey, that's a nice bonus, a little bit of spray when spooling up. Look at that, beautiful. Oh, imagine what it's going to look like in a few minutes when the 777 is going to spool up, folks. That might be a thumbnail. Wow. By making me crouch, do some gymnastics, which is good, warms me up. Awesome. Hey Wietse, goedemiddag. Doing well, thank you for asking. This is getting a bit chilly. My jeans did get a few droplets on them, so that does add a little bit of cold, but that's okay. Indeed, Frank, how's that for no spray? Well, hopefully the 3 Embraers will not spray all the water away. Leave some for the triple, because I think that is going to be more spectacular. A fresh batch of water on the tarmac. Some special effects. Courtesy of the Dutch weather gods. Well, I am not too sure about what I see coming this way. My amateur meteorology, what a tongue breaker. Intuition says that it might be a rain shower coming this way, even though it doesn't show as a shower just yet. I think it has the potential to form into one. This is KLM flight 1145, Embraer 190, destination Oslo. And after this, 777 time. Hey WD Computer, goedemiddag, guten Tag. I will just say weather. That's a good one, Paul. My weatherman instinct, my amateur weatherman instinct says it might form into a rain shower. Now the Coot over there, still in the water, roughly at the same location as it has been all the while. and it has to. It is still the only bird that we have seen so far in the water. No ducks whatsoever. Bit disappointing in that respect. Okay, China Eastern, going to Shanghai. 777-300 ER. But I think it's more sure than shire. You don't say shire in the sauce, but I think you say sure. Worcestershire sauce. But that is also a tongue breaker, but in my book not as much as meteorology. I hate that word in Dutch too. That's my excuse. Airplane flying over, but the clouds are in the way. Let's have a look at the weather radar for a change. First time I'm looking at that. Okay, yeah, that is the weather radar is indeed showing what I was fearing, that this is in fact the beginning of rain showers lining up to come to my coming to me in my direction. I think there's more still. Or is there? Let's see, latest picture. Hard to say. Let's see. Not sure if it is going to be a near miss or if it is actually going to pass over. Let's see. Well, there's always more. Always more airplanes coming, but I think maybe Air Canada flight 809 should be a good candidate for a final airplane for today. Traffic is slowing down somewhat. Got an Embraer 190 and an Embraer 175 following. I do think maybe it would be safer to wrap it up after Air Canada has taken to the skies. Oh, beautiful spray, beautiful. Yeah, so FFC Festa confirming it is indeed Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. Nah. Forget about it. Not today. I think I am starting to get a little dehydrated because it's been so busy all day. Worcestershire sauce. You can see how the airplane is already making a right-hand turn. I think it is avoiding this cloud. Maybe because there is turbulence in it. You can see this doesn't bode well. This, as my amateur weatherman gut feeling says, is a rain shower forming, activating. This is what just passed by. You can see that the atmospheric instability is increasing, leading to the formation of showers. Now, those are always hard to predict, so the weather radar will not show you those beforehand. This is KLM flight 959, Embraer 175 going to Newcastle. But since it is British, I was told recently in the chat that I should pronounce it as Newcastle and not Newcastle. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. It's going to England. Oh dear. It started raining again. Yeah. But it is, there's a blue sky over here, so that is rain probably being blown over here. In fact, I think this is arriving traffic on the downwind leg to runway 27. Judging by the tail and the engine casings, it looks like Vueling. But the increase in rain droplets over the past hour is a clear sign to me that I am going to call it quits after this airplane has taken off, now coming this way. This is going to be the last airplane of the day, Air Canada flight 809, a 777-200 long range, will be going to Toronto, Canada. And Weeps asks if the A380 ever landed on Polderbaan. Absolutely, but the wind needs to be favorable from the south so that the Polderbaan is being used for arrivals. Plus, it needs to be really ahead of schedule because it is normally arriving around 1:15, and that is almost always a time of day when the secondary runway for arrivals is open, and that is almost always the runway it is landing on otherwise. But if it were almost an hour ahead of schedule, landing around 12:30 to 12:45, then there is a chance of it landing on Polderbaan, but it's the exception to the rule. is a lovely sight to see though, the clouds that are coming this way. The feathering, I'm pretty sure that you might even see a little anvil on one of these clouds. Towering cumulus. Not the feathery, that's not cumulus. It has gone awfully quiet over here at Polderbaan in the meantime. Nobody on the bench anymore. I think I said couch earlier, but I mean bench, of course. There are still some people over there at the beginning of the cycling path, and just behind the car in the middle of the screen you can see the fence of the parking place of the parking lot of the Spottersplaats. Folk over there as well. North of me it is also devoid of people, same as in the water, with the exception of the one coot, no birds. But we are going to end the show in style with another Opus 90 from General Electric. Air Canada flight 809, 777-200 long range, going to Toronto. This airplane is 16 years old. First flight was in July 2007. Look at the beautiful lighting. Now I'm pretty sure there must be some more spray for the last airplane of the day. Here it goes, yay! Spectacular. Curious to see what the airplane is going to do. Will it continue flying straight ahead, or will it expedite its left-hand turn, which eventually it is going to make? And it is initiating the left-hand turn. Looks pretty standard, so it will avoid going into that cloud probably. Now it is time to wrap up because there's definitely a rain shower forming, and I'm not sure if it is going to pass over me or not, so I'm already going to turn away the camera so that no droplets will fall on the lens. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for joining me here today. I had a wonderful time. I hope you guys did too. It's been tremendous. I don't know what to say. Thanks to Mitchell first and foremost the main sponsor of the show today. Thank you so much once again, Mitchell. JD also very generous once again today, and all the other people who gifted memberships, become a member, gifted super chats, super stickers. Thank you all so much. I'm dumbstruck. It is immense, and yeah, thank you all so much. I don't know what to say more than that. I am going to look into new emojis. Let's see how many more have become available. I think at least one, maybe even two, maybe three, who knows. I'm looking to go out again tomorrow when I'm winning. I think we should be good, at least for a few hours, so be sure to keep an eye out for the notification. Probably going to be another morning stream. And also because Embraer is going on Thursday, I will not be able to stream next week Thursday, so my intention is to go out on Monday instead of on Thursday. Hope to see you tomorrow, first of all. If not tomorrow, maybe on Monday, or otherwise next week. Thank you all so much for joining. If you haven't done so already, drop a like. Really helps to get this content out to other people who might also enjoy it. If you liked it,